Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play.
Hello everyone, welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button, also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next video.
As Nigerians are aware, the 2023 general election is approaching its concluding stages. Arising from the presidential and national assembly elections held on the 25th day of February 2023, the Commission promised Nigerians that there will be improved processes during the governorship and state assembly elections held yesterday, Saturday, 18th March, to ensure more optimal delivery of personnel and materials to various locations for the election to facilitate the opening of polls on time. Consequently, majority of the polling units nationwide opened on schedule and citizens were attended to promptly. Similarly, there was improved voter authentication using the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, while the uploading of the polling unit results to the Inec result viewing portal witnessed a remarkable improvement. We have left no stone unturned as far as the processes and procedures under the control of the Commission were concerned. However, for difficult and unforeseen circumstances outside the Commission's control, we did our best to respond, especially where processes were disrupted by actors over whom we have little or no control. Such diabolical behavior did not only affect citizens, but also impacted on the Commission's officials and processes. INEC staff, both regular and ad hoc, were victims of violence. Some of our staff were abducted, some were harassed, some were intimidated, some were hospitalized, and in one case killed. Nevertheless, where we could not deploy to enable citizens to vote, the Commission took decisive action to remobilize to such places to enable citizens to exercise their franchise. Unfortunately, we could not extend the same to areas where voting was disrupted and election materials destroyed. We are keeping our eyes on those areas and will not hesitate to remobilize where the outcome of the election is affected. At the moment, collation of results and declaration of winners for the 28th governorship and 993 state assembly elections are ongoing nationwide. We are committed to the sanctity of the process and will not hesitate to take drastic measures against proven irregularities. Allegations of voter inducement, harassment, and manipulation of results will be reviewed and addressed. Earlier today, the Commission alerted the nation to the invasion of our Obingwa local government area office in Abia State by talks during the collation of results for the governorship and state assembly elections. In contention was the collated result from the registration areas for the governorship election in that local government area. The intention was to force the collation of these contentious results. The behavior of these talks is unacceptable, and there will be a thorough review of the results. The Commission does not take the patience of citizens for granted, and will continue to take steps to protect the integrity of the vote and consolidate the progress so far made in the electoral process. The Commission did not deploy to 176,846 polling units during the presidential and national assembly election. We explained to Nigerians that there were polling units that had 0 registered voters, and consequently, the Commission deployed to a total of 176,606 polling units. Not only that, there were places where elections did not take place, and there were places where deployment did not take place. So in those areas, you don't expect any result to be uploaded to the Inec result viewing portal for such areas. So the Commission, before we reconfigure the beavers for the governorship and state assembly election, we made sure that every data that was left behind in the beavers relating to the presidential and national assembly election was pushed to the back end for purposes of giving those who want to go to court or giving litigants the opportunity of having the data from the back end of the Commission relating to those who were accredited during the presidential and national assembly elections. So we don't have any data as of today remaining in the beavers. Every data has been pushed to the accreditation back end, and political parties and candidates have been applying for this particular data, and the Commission has been making the accreditation data available to all those who are interested. On the issue of the number of staff abducted, we are still collecting figures relating to the staff of the Commission that have been abducted. But we know that in 2 or 3 states of the Federation, some staff of the Commission were abducted. Some of them have been released, and some of them are still facing various degrees of threat in various states of the Federation. I'm sure that by tomorrow, or by the time the collation of results ends, we will have a complete picture of the number of staff abducted and the number that are facing one form of harassment or intimidation. The last question on the issue of challenges with the uploading of a polling unit level result. With the governorship and state assembly election, you can see that there was improved performance of the Inec result viewing portal in terms of uploading of polling unit results in real time. You can also notice that there was improved performance in terms of the voter accreditation and authentication. What that means is that the Commission is making progress and also making efforts to overcome whatever challenges we recorded during the presidential and national assembly election. But I believe that in the fullness of time, when we are done with all the elections, as an electoral management body, we will still sit down, do both internal and external review of our processes and procedures, and there's a possibility that during that particular time we may come up with more measures or more actions to be taken to make sure that the type of glitch we experienced during the presidential and national assembly elections does not reoccur anymore. By the provisions of the Constitution, by the provisions of the Electoral Act, and by our regulations and guidelines, there are various actions to be taken when certain things happen. For instance, Section 65 of the Electoral Act 2022 gives the Commission the power to review declarations and returns made if, in the Commission's view, those declarations were made under duress, or those declarations were made in flagrant violation of the Electoral Act, in flagrant violation of the regulations and the guidelines of the Commission. So the Commission has the power to carry out that particular review. Secondly, the Commission can go back to go and conduct a supplementary election in a constituency if, for instance, out of the Commission did not in the first place mobilize to that particular location. Let me give you a practical example. Yesterday, the Commission could not conduct election at the Victoria Garden City in Lagos. That particular election took place today because there was a disagreement between the Commission and the residents in the estate relating to the siting of the polling units. Prior to yesterday, the polling units were located inside the estate itself. But because of issues that arose during the presidential and national assembly elections, we decided to bring out the polling units out of the estate. So there was a disagreement. So elections did not take place, and we decided that that election should take place today because there was an agreement between the commission and the residents in that particular estate. Now, if during the conduct of an election has been disrupted in certain places, in some instances, the law and our regulation says that if our processes and our procedures are disrupted, or if there is resistance to the use of the beavers, that we can give 0-0 to that particular polling unit and take it that everybody in that particular polling unit has voted. In some instances, if elections are cancelled in some polling units, and then during the process of collation, we look at the margin of lead, and we believe that the margin of lead, or the collation and returning officer believes that the margin of lead will affect the outcome of the election, we can go back and conduct a supplementary election in those places. So some of the processes and procedures relating to whether we will conduct supplementary election is within the purview of the collation/returning officer to make that declaration. But reviews that are made after declarations and returns are made remains within the ambit of the commission, and the commission can do those reviews. So it depends on the circumstances, and also it depends on issues arising from those ones. Now, in relation to Kano, as at now, I don't have information, or we don't have information relating to what is going on in Kano presently. But there's a resident electoral commissioner that is supposed to be with the returning officer, and we also have our collation support staff that are also there. So if the returning officer believes that a supplementary election is indicated based on the margin of lead, the returning officer will make that call. If the returning officer also believes that a supplementary election is not indicated based on the processes and procedures of the commission and based on our regulations and guidelines, the returning officer will make a declaration and a return. But if at the end of the day we find out as a commission that those declarations and returns were made not in conformity with Section 65 of the Electoral Act, we have the right to review such declarations and do the right thing. So I thank you very much for coming.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, my brothers and sisters, my mommies and my daddies over there. Is your sister again, your doctor, your friend, your girl, Anointed Lady TV. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, please do subscribe for me. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video, you will be notified. So in this my channel, I will be bringing up many things to you in which you will benefit from it. I do talk show, I do news, anything you want to talk about, I am into it. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video or each time I'm on live on YouTube, you will be notified. Thank you very much for always being there for me. Please do subscribe for me, and as you do so, God will richly bless you and meet your heart desire. Thank you very much. I love you all.